Elon Musk is mid freak out that the identities of his lackeys have been published. And you'll sort of understand why he's freaking out once you see these identities, because it is deeply embarrassing. But anyway, we recently learned, thanks to good reporting, that the breaking into the Treasury Department's payment system, the access now to the actual code itself, was done by 6 unelected 20-somethings that have obviously way too much power and influence, and also expect anonymity, which is maybe the scariest part of it all. See, there had been a tweet, Fear None Inc. put out this tweet identifying their names. And then Elon Musk says, "You have committed a crime," which, first of all, very, very pro-speech from you, Elon Musk, right there. You're an absolutist, I think, when it comes to free speech. Also, no, he hasn't. What the hell are you talking about? Fear None Inc. didn't dox those people. He didn't send out their home address, for some of them, their dorm address, their phone number, mailing, none of that. Just said their name. And he said, "You've committed a crime." Not only has he not committed a crime, he hasn't even violated the terms of service of Twitter. And to be very clear, we'll get to the hypocrisy on this as well. But look at that. So he's apparently committed a crime. Now I'm a little bit worried because I don't want to commit a crime, but I also feel like we got to disclose important things. So if we just put this up, these are the 6 individuals. These are the 6 individuals who I'm gonna take it on faith that those ages are accurate, because they look 13 to 16 there. And their only qualification to be meddling in potentially the private information of your parents, maybe cutting off payments to your parents, their Social Security, Medicare, Medicaid could be cut off by that band of incels. Their only qualification is that they really like Elon Musk, which I don't think is a qualification for much. Therapy, maybe. Getting a hobby, getting a buddy, maybe. But meddling in classified information when not a single one of them has undergone a background check, seemingly there's been no evidence that that's happened. None of them have any sort of security clearance to access any of this information, let alone to change the code for these things. Yeah, if I was Elon Musk, I would probably be a little bit freaked out right now too. First of all, that these are the people that I'm hanging out with. He's like a 54-year-old man, but also that he's given them access to this information, and likely they and he are committing crimes. And I just want to add one little cherry on top before we discuss. You have committed a crime. Don't you name them. You've committed a crime. He's done the exact same thing. Maybe some of you remember this, but back after the election, he publicized the names, specific names of government employees that he wants to cut. And it's a little bit more worrying considering he owns the platform and he's clearly trying to inspire harassment of them. But so it's okay for him when he's targeting government employees, but they, I guess, are government employees now. We don't get to name them. And Adrian, look, obviously I'm being very sarcastic here, but I don't want to minimize this, because the richest man in the world, who wasn't elected, wasn't confirmed by the Senate, doesn't have a formal position. There's literally no oversight what he or these kids do. That's not enough. They also want his little group of brown shirts or whatever to be utterly anonymous. They have power over your life and you don't even get to know who they are. I think that should be unacceptable. What do you think?
I really don't think that that is too much to ask in terms of any kind of leadership and individuals who are charged with making significant decisions to be known to us. That would seem to be kind of a basic aspect of democracy and having access and transparency. As far as these young men, their age goes, I don't know about you, but I like anybody who's going to be any kind of leader or decision maker in my government to be older than Fern Gully. It's really threatening the fact that these youth out here or have been charged with so much access and authority. And again, what are the background checks? What are their verifications? What are their bona fides? I want to know so that I can determine whether this government and this leadership can and should be in a position to do the things that they're doing. This is incredibly scary. Like you mentioned, what might they do with my parents', Medicare or Medicaid? What are they going to do, and what do they have access to? Because the thing is once that information gets out there or gets compromised, rolling back the damage is not something that can be done with the blink of an eye or extremely easy by way of access to the courts. This could be something that could be incredibly detrimental to a large, significant number of our society. That is terrifying.
Yeah, the entire thing is, and like we were saying yesterday on the show, it would be one thing if Donald Trump came in and crushed all resistance to him, dissolved the Senate, packed the court, whatever. He's not even doing that. There just isn't resistance to him. The Republicans in the Senate and the House, do they even exist? Are they even in DC? Or do they understand that they're ceremonial? They're window dressing for all this. They're not standing up against literally any of this. The Supreme Court, they already surrendered months and months before he was even elected. And it's not even Trump. It's not even that Trump took like his 6 biggest groupies from his rallies or whatever, and he's letting them rampage. He's just told Elon Musk, yeah, just do whatever the hell you want. You just get some guys who literally, they have cots in a big room, a whole bunch of these kids and Elon Musk, and they're just sleeping there together and meddling in things. They have administrative privileges to the systems. No qualifications whatsoever. Again, we've been obviously very flippant about their ages. I think young people can and do amazing things. And typically when they have historically, the right has denigrated them for activism, speeches, speaking out, and that sort of thing. But I do think that you should not be playing in the Treasury Department's payment system without oversight by anyone. I think that's sort of a bare minimum that the right definitely would have applied in any other case but this. But you don't see any of it. The Fox News isn't doing any critical coverage of any of this. Although I guess since we are in the business of learning lessons, again, AOC, take note. Maybe some of like your volunteers on your next campaign, maybe they can access all of this stuff. And I guess Fox won't have anything to say about this because they think that that's a fine thing. When you click the join button and become a tier 2 member, you get access to all of our weekly top 10 lists. What are you waiting for?